Hey there, it's BitB, and welcome out to another BitB stream. Thanks for coming out. It is Saturday, and I'm diving into a brand new, Ace Attorney game. I'm playing Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney, which is actually funny enough. It's a little bit more of a Professor Layton game since it came out from level 5. So this is just sort of a Professor Layton game, except Ace Attorney cameo. But I'm cool with that. It sounds like fun, and it looks ridiculous. And I've known about it for a long time. And I've wanted to play it, but I've wanted to hold off until I knew for certain if I had all like the background knowledge about the Ace Attorney franchise before I jumped in. I just felt like it would make a lot more sense. More so Layton game. Yeah, probably. Oop. Jesus, pop filter. But anyway, no, it should be fun either way. I'm excited to see what it's all about. I'm excited to dive into it and take this tiny little aside. And I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll play this and it'll turn out that I really, really, really like the Professor Layton style games, and maybe I'll jump into that at some point. I'm not sure. But anyways, I am going to go ahead and make the transition over to the other tab. So here we are. I believe it's this one. Yes, yes. Oh, shit. Hold up. There, I forgot to open that up. Hey, we're working with actual hardware now. Hooray. It's nice. Like, after 16 parts of working with the emulator. Like, the emulator worked, but I'm so happy to be back using the actual 3DS. It's nice. There's something about actual physical hardware I like. Now I'm going to need to make some adjustments to the audio as we go here, since I think I tried to boot it up at one point, but then it started a cutscene. I'm like, I don't want to watch that! So I've got basically no background or information about this for the most part. Here, give me a second. Just making sure everything is set and ready to go. I believe so. All right. Let's see how this failure begins. Audio settings for this game has been changed to stereo. Okay. Now again, I have played Layton Brothers Mystery Room, but that is nowhere near like what the actual series is, from what I understand. Resetting save data. Okay. Or did it start with a cutscene? Oh, is this a cutscene? I think so. It looks very regal and very official. Pretty. I could press start at any time here, but I don't know. There we go. Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Looks like a menu to me, but it's a pretty menu. Anyway, new game. Hopefully the audio is balanced out properly. Enter a name that will be on save data. Okay. Burp. Well, I'm just going to be boring. Oh. And just choose that. Is bit to be okay? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't capitalize the B. Here, let's be sticklers about it. Yeah, there we go. Why do they always do verses for collabs even when they aren't rivals? I don't know. Work of fiction. Okay. I wasn't expecting all this magic to be real, but sure. And here we have cutscenes. That's different. I haven't dealt with actual animated cutscenes.
If anything happens to me, go and see this man. He should be able to help.
Yep, Poltergeist.
Blasted witches.
Or sort of. I don't know, I did kind of make a joke, like, how is Ace Attorney really going to work in a universe that's so filled with so much, like, magic and nonsense? And then I remembered, oh, wait, Ace Attorney is literally the franchise where spirit mediums are actually an honest-to-God thing. So what am I complaining about? It's a little excessive, I'll say. He's like so much actual magic and majesty. Again, that is impossible. We know we're in London since the driver's seat is on the other side. Yes. Backwards ass country. That's why we seceded, damn it.
Go without me. Quickly. Get going.
Oh dear. Well, I hope that's passed out and not dead. But this having ties to Ace Attorney, it could be either way. Oh, policemen are here. The unfortunate thing is that if anybody who is from the Professor Layton series is making a cameo, I am not gonna know. And that's the unfortunate thing. I'll know all the cameos for Ace Attorney. Oh, I should mention that. Just this guy, ARC. Okay. I should mention that if, like, people don't know what I've played. I have not really played anything of Professor Layton, and I have only played Phoenix Wright a hardcore amount. That's about it.
What the blazes?
What the blazes?
How on earth did a vehicle end up on top of that tree?
Is this gonna have full voice acting? Does that mean I don't have to shout in the microphone as often? I'm partially happy, but partially very sad.
Blimey, this is going to be a tough nut to crack. There is one man I know who could get to the bottom of this.
Is he just as much of a blimey, cockney bastard?
Did you say witches, Professor?
Oh, hello
That's
there.
right. People in the Middle Ages very much believed in their existence. That is the reason why they had witch trials. Do you see?
Witch trials?
You don't want to know any more. We burned a lot of them. Some of them weren't witches.
Did witches really exist in those days?
Again, that's the hilarious part. They probably didn't, and a lot of innocent people probably died.
Well, my boy, witch trials certainly existed, although nobody ever truly used magic.
Until today.
Witches were nothing more than superstition and legend.
Like Ace Attorney, Layton is mostly reality. That's what I'm thinking, and that's why this is so spacey.
Wow, look, it's really London. Come on, Nick, take a look.
Aw. Nope.
I know you're excited, Maya, but can a guy get a few last Z's in?
This is
I get sick on planes easy.
You won't win in an English court of law with that attitude.
This trip is just an exchange visit courtesy of the Legal League of Attorneys. I won't be defending in court officially.
Aw, well that's no fun.
Yes.
You know you're always at your best when working under pressure, but who can say how things would go over here?
I wish you wouldn't talk like that. You only jinx the whole thing.
She's good at that. Very, very good at that. Speaking of being jinxed. Are you hype? I'm hype! Again, it's a bit crazy, just like all the voice acting and stuff. I suppose if any cameos happen of any of the previous characters, we're going to hear whether or not my voice was canon in any way, shape, or form or not. Or if I was completely and totally off. Super hype, only English, Ace Attorney game. I don't know. Alright, well, let's see. Anyway, the rain doesn't seem like to stop here.
It's a bit unusual for this time of year, don't you think?
I agree, Luke. But I believe it is easing off a little now, so it should clear up soon.
I hope it does clear up soon, especially the lightning.
See, I don't know. I seem to remember that a lot of times in Britain, it's basically just nothing but clouds and rain, and then you get like 1 hour of sunshine, and then suddenly the clouds come back up.
Afraid of lightning, I take it?
Of course not. I'm not a little kid, you know. It's just that I hate how it flashes suddenly and takes me by surprise.
That little kid line. Phoenix's voice actor changed after this, and this wasn't done by the Ace Attorney team. Okay. If you don't know, Luke is Layton's apprentice. Oh, I know about that. I know tiny little bits and pieces of the Layton series. Like, I know that Luke is his apprentice. I know that Layton is, kind of... He's basically a top investigator, essentially. And also, they do a whole lot of stuff with puzzles and things. From what I understand, it sort of has a vibe of, just a detective stuff like Sherlock Holmes, something like that. That's what it kind of came off to me for. Anyway. Oh, here we go. The voice acting has stopped. Luke, I have just the thing to take your mind off it. Take a look at the bookshelf. The bookshelf? What on the bookshelf? You'll know when you find it. Do you recall our usual method of investigation? Of course I do! I expected as much. But just to be sure, let's have a refresher. We use a magnifying glass for investigation. This will appear automatically. Slide the stylus along the touchscreen to move the magnifying glass around. The secret is to slide the stylus as if drawing a line. While moving the magnifying glass, it will sometimes appear orange. When this happens, give the touchscreen a light tap. Doing so will investigate the point in question. In addition to important information, there are also puzzles and hint coins waiting to be found. Hint coins will become invaluable later on when tackling difficult puzzles, yes. I'm very well aware of that. I've heard a lot of people complain about that, where a puzzle is so ridiculously stupid that you were not going to be able to figure it out, unless, of course, you used hint coins. You like my latent voice? I knew about that. I've heard a little bit of the voice acting for the game. Well, not for, like, this game, but for just, I forget where I even heard it. It might have been in the trailer, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, let's give it a try. Alright, first off, I need to get the stylus, which is underneath the 3DS. And I'm super worried about disconnections. There. I have it very stable on a table. Touch and slide on the touchscreen, then give it a light tap to investigate. This technique can be used to investigate points of interest, right? Now, let's investigate the bookshelf. Pretty well. I'm trying to think of, like, Luke as just, little Timmy orphan, essentially. Anyway, bookshelf. Oh, yes. Ooh, that definitely works. Tap. I like that. Isn't this a picture book? Wow, I wouldn't have expected you to have a picture book, Professor. Wait a second. That's right, my boy. There's a puzzle hidden within that book. I should have known. You even have puzzles hidden in your books. All right then, Luke. Why not see if you can solve this one? Naturally. After all, I am your apprentice. Hint coins can be hidden anywhere. Dear God. Puzzle 1. Paths of Light. Okay then. This puzzle is worth... Picarets? I've never heard of that. A light witch and dark witch are trying to fly back home to their castles. Each castle is colored to match each witch. Their way home is connected by colorful paths of light. Touching one of these paths will cause all of that color to disappear. Help the witch find the right path to their respective castles by removing the unwanted paths. Okay. I see. Oh, yeah, it's one of these. Okay, that sounds fine. This is almost like a Mario Party puzzle. Touching a colorful path of light will remove all of the paths that are of that specific color. Remember that the light witch lives in the white castle, and the dark witch lives in the dark castle. The witches will travel on any colored path they encounter and fly up. Alright. Okay. So... What happens when I do this? That is clearly wrong. I feel like I am going to be awful at this. Goodbye!
Don't worry. Leave this one to me. Hey? This can't be right.
Incorrect. Only 2 colors will have to be removed to get the witches to their castle. Try again with that in mind. That's fine. So there's a little bit of... Yeah. There's a little bit of a risk when you decide to just try and jump. Oh, and you'll lose pick rats. Okay. So that's why you don't want to mess up. Gotcha. This is a sign of things to come. Failing the tutorial puzzle. Yep. Hey, for all you know, I might actually be able to, like, pull this off. I might eventually acclimate to it. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, the Dark Witch is going to travel on that first orange, and then the purple, orange, purple, and he... Okay. So that witch makes it home, and then the white one, orange, purple, purple, orange, and then it comes home. Yeah, I think that works. I think for the sake of YouTube, I will probably be doing a lot of editing.
This is my answer.
Got one!
As you'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Gentleman in training. How adorable. Outstanding. Both witches managed to cross the colorful paths and find their way home. Well done, Luke. That was a piece of cake. I can solve harder puzzles than that. I'm pleased to hear that, Luke. It was a charming little puzzle, though, like straight out of a fairy tale. If only the witches of the Middle Ages were as jolly as the ones in this picture book. Yes, indeed. Instead, the witches of that age ended up doing a whole bunch of incantations to try and summon the devil. Feel free to click around to find hint coins. Oh, absolutely. Well, it looks as if the rain is about to stop. Shall we prepare to go home? Okay, Professor. Now, where did I put my umbrella? Knockety nook. I assume this is probably the lady. Professor, I think we have a visitor. At this late hour? I can't say I've been expecting anyone. I'll go and see who it is. Good morning. Yep. So you need a hefty amount of help. Or it's the dead guy. Are you Mr. Husher, Layton? I forget what her voice was. I think it's just, you know, female. Yes, indeed I am. My dear young lady, how may I be of assistance? I have been asked to give you a letter. Please, could you read this? And then it's just like Doc's letter from Back to the Future Part 2. She has the Ace Attorney beeps. Oh, interesting. I didn't point that out. I didn't call it out, rather. This letter, it's from Carmine. Carmine? Who's Carmine? He was a student of mine a number of years ago, and if I recall correctly, he's now a detective. Wow, a detective? About Carmine. Yes? Well, I'm sorry. It appears there may be a matter of some considerable importance within this letter. Let's read it right away, Professor. Again.
Dear Professor.
In case you're wondering, I am alive and well. I've been living peacefully these past few years. Days in the year 1885.
It has been a long time. There is so much I would like to tell you, but at present I do not have the time. My life is in danger.
I'll say.
I am being chased by something terrifying, and I am not sure whether I can escape.
Nope. You are a stiff.
It
A
all
dead man.
started in a town called Labyrinthia. A mysterious town, one that you will not find on any map.
Ah.
I found
mystical.
myself there during the course of an investigation. While I was there, a series of unbelievable events occurred right before my eyes. I realized the town held a mysterious secret, and decided to get to the bottom of it.
And then the Mafia found you?
Before I could, they found me.
Oh, yeah, the Mafia did find you.
I escaped from Labyrinthia with a young woman by the name of Espella. It was my belief that she held the key to solving the secret of that town. It is not me they are pursuing, it is Espella. As such, I am asking you to help her. Labyrinthia hides an ominous mystery. This is one puzzle that appears to be beyond my powers to solve. I apologize for imposing on you in this way.
The voice acting in the French, it just reminds me of Spy from Team Fortress 2. I'm very sad to say that. Maybe it's just because I've seen a lot of TF2 videos as of late.
Your faithful student, Carmine Accidenti.
Carmine Accidente. Oh god, it just popped. It just popped into my head. Holy mother of hell. Letter from Carmine Added Items. I like pun names. Well, I never. But, Professor, am I right in assuming that you are the Espella to whom Carmine is referring? Yes, I am. Tell me, what on earth happened? Maybe this was Ace Attorney team. I don't know. I've seen some really good pun names in Layton Layton Brothers Mystery Room. So. I'm afraid I'm not entirely sure. It seems as if we were being chased relentlessly. They caught up with us and we were attacked. As a result, Carmine was injured. I see. I'm sorry to hear that. He bravely did his best to ensure that I escaped safely. I beg you, please help him. Please help that brave man. You mustn't worry about him, Espella. Knowing Carmine as I do, I'm sure he'll be all right. But... Ever since I've known him, he's always been in some difficult situations or other, and he's never failed to win through. More importantly, at the moment, I'm frankly more concerned with your safety, Espella. You're concerned about me? According to this letter, the one thereafter is you. Are you certain that you're all right? You weren't injured at all? Me? No, I'm fine, really. Oh, really? Let me check your arm. Ah, I see. You're in a splint. I think you better take a rest, even if it's just for a little while. Your clothes are all wet, too. I'll go and find a dry towel. Thank you. You're really too kind. It's no trouble at all. As soon as you're more comfortable, we can sit down and talk. Always crashing his car. Luke is so gosh darn adorable. Yep, adorable as a button. Professor, if what was written in that letter is true... Yes, indeed. It means this young lady is in real danger. And it also means that her pursuers might even come to this office in search of her. Board up the windows, get the wood, you know the drill. I think he's like 9. And he's adorable, an adorable little apprentice. I'll go and lock the door. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. At any rate, we'll need to talk to Espella and find out what this is really all about. Mysteries. Join Professor Layton and revisit some of the story's major mysteries. Ooh, neat. A strangely dressed young girl suddenly appeared asking Professor Layton for help. It would seem she is being pursued by someone or something. Urgh. Grab the British gun, shooting out teacups. Yes. Just grab a musket or something. Okay. So, yeah, let's take a look at stuff. Should I offer some tea? Oh, I need to... no, that's more French. I need to boil some water first. Let's see. Hello? Oh, the window. As far as I can tell, no one has followed Espella here. As far as you know. Light. Ah, yeah, there's a hint coin. Great. So it's just an innocuous random shit in the room. It's really cool. I wonder if Espella would like it. I don't even know what it is. It looks like some kind of stones. Oh, hello. I doubt she's interested in fossils. Yeah, it is stones! Okay, got another coin. Well, that's good. I have no idea what the value is of these coins and how rare they are, so I'm scared. Let us take a breather on the couch. Okay, done, apparently. We've looked at the tea, we've looked at, what do we have inside this cabinet? We have pottery. It's a very nice office. Hello. Another hit coin. Let's rummage through the drawers and find all of their horrible secret mystery stuff. Okay. I think that's... Pretty sure that's everything. I'll talk with you now. There's a glimmer if there's hit coins. Oh, really? Okay, I didn't notice that. I'm sorry to have put you both to all this trouble. Please, think nothing of it. Although, if it's alright with you, I'd like to hear a little more about what happened. We won't be able to protect you without a clear understanding of the circumstances. Protect me? You literally just... It's like, I don't trust you either. It is my belief that you are in quite considerable danger, and it is the duty of every gentleman to help a lady in trouble. I sincerely thank you. Now, it would certainly appear that you are being pursued. However, Carmine's letter referred to your pursuers as they. Could you tell me who they might be? Never understood why Layton has dot eyes while everyone else has normal eyes. Clearly he is not of this earth. They are witches. Oh boy. Witches, bitches! What? Did you say witches? Yes, witches. And they are truly terrifying. Carmine did his best to protect me from them. But in the end, he was unable to escape. They caught up with us. If they realized I'm here, then you two may also end up in danger. Perhaps it would have been better if I hadn't come here. Yes, get out the door. He comes from the planet of puzzles. Yes. Oh god, planetary. So basically, he's just sort of like one of the moon planets from Super Mario Galaxy. Espella. Yes? You mustn't worry yourself. Everything is going to be alright. Really? You have my word. We'll be on our guard. That's right. Nothing to worry about. This place is tightly locked up. Yes, but witches could probably break through doors. Thank you both. I don't know, can we put some kind of a charm on the door? Something to maybe block them out? Espella, I'd like to inquire a little more, if I may. Yes, of course. The town you came from is called Labyrintha, isn't it? Sounds like a stupid name. Yes, that's right. Espella, what's the matter? Oh, okay, wrong. Well, we are in Labyrinthian now, aren't we? No, we're in London, in England. London? England? I'm sorry, but I don't understand. What? No way! You mean to say you never heard of England? God save the Queen! Oh, well, it's just that I've never come across a place by the name of Labyrinthia. What? Espella, are you sure you're feeling alright? No, Luke, I believe Espella really doesn't know. Espella, about this town of Labyrinthia. I'm afraid we've never heard of it either. If I may ask, where exactly is Labyrinthia? It's in the space between spaces. It's what? Pressure in her.
Anything you could want to know about Labyrinthia can be found in this book.
Well, that's convenient.
Anything.
It's an amazing design. I've never seen a book quite like it.
It's bound in weird type of material. It almost feels like human skin.
Espella, would you mind if we had a closer look?
Espella, can I ask you a question? What year is it?
Of course.
That's probably about what's about to happen here. Oh, it's all in Chinese. I can't read Chinese. That's weird. The words are just jumping off the page.
Huh? I must be seeing things. It was as if the words were moving on the page.
No, Luke. It looked the same to me, too.
So you're both crazy. Either that or she's a witch.
Look, there's a picture of the town in here. So this is Labyrinthia, is it?
Does it look anything like current day England?
Yes, that's Labyrinthia.
Okay. Well, I recognize that gigantic building, mostly because I got it for the background layer behind the, the title down there. How intriguing. The buildings all look really old, don't they, Professor? Indeed, Luke. I don't recall ever having seen this town before. This is my hometown. Then this must also be where the witches pursuing you are from. Is that right? That's right. Espella, what exactly is this book? It seems somewhat valuable. I stole it from a museum. This book is the Historia Labyrinthia. As I said just a moment ago, everything about Labyrinthia is written in this book. Everything. The entire story. Labyrinthia's story? If it contains absolutely everything, then it must also include something about witches? Yes, it does. All about the witches, the events in the town, and the people living there. Everything that has happened in the town is written in this book. And not only that, but also everything that is going to happen. Whoa. What did you just say? She is a future teller, clearly. Again, I'd like to know how we're supposed to manage to get our hands on, like, a way to get to Labyrinthia, but... How did she get here, anyway? So these are the mysteries, and we must solve them. The town of Labyrinthia, portrayed with the book entitled The Historia Labyrinthia, is an old town, the likes of which the Professor and Luke have never seen. Espella claims to be from this town. Perhaps we could get a DeLorean and strap ourselves into it and make the lightning hit it and get up to 88 miles per hour. I don't.
First that letter from Carmina, and now this book. If you ask me, Espella doesn't seem to be lying. But witches chasing after people, it's all a little hard to believe.
I've heard of worse.
It's certainly hard to believe, but I do find it fascinating.
Oh, damn. The street rats are out again.
Don't open it!
Flying rat. Oh, God, it's a witch, isn't it? Yep. Trapsies! I'm not prepared for something like this. Oh, she has a Millennium item. Cool. So that means we need Yami Yugi in here. We could use a little time warp.
Professor, what was that?
That, Luke, was a witch.
That, Luke, was someone who is about to pay for a damn window.
Has been...
Yes.
Yeah,
that
we
was
both
careless,
just saw it.
But to think they might enter by such means. And after I'd promised to protect her.
Do you think that was one of those witches that Espella was talking about?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly looked that way.
Then what we just saw, was that magic?
I don't know. But something bizarre did indeed take place before our very eyes. Luke.
I just feel like they're both, like, equally daft. Also, the way he just said Luke there, it reminded me a hell of a lot of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Just a tad bit. Luke.
I'm going to go and search for Espella. While I'm gone, I'd like you to...
Professor, I'm going too!
Oh, wow. Uppity little, you know,
Even if you disagree,
upstart.
I'm coming along. After all, I am your apprentice.
Well, gee. I suppose we do need someone to be bait in case.
Okay, Luke. Then let's go.
Right, I've already put the important things into the trunk. Thank you, Luke. We'll make sure to keep a record of all the important mysteries we encounter, as well as all the progress we make in our investigations. These will be kept in the trunk. Open the trunk at any time by touching Menu in the bottom left corner. To look back on the progress made so far, you may wish to have a look in Story, or alternatively in Mysteries. I see. Right, now we have an article on the weird witches. I wonder if these are going to continue to be mysteries, or if, like, slowly but surely we're going to be able to unravel all this nonsense. I hope it's not some stupid cop-out like the first Scooby-Doo movie where all these mystery monsters just started appearing and they were all fucking real. And then it turned out just like, oh yeah, none of them are real. Actually, that's basically Scooby-Doo in a nutshell, never mind. The witch broke into Professor Layton's study, snatched up Espella, and escaped into the night. Could this mysterious power she wields truly be witchcraft? Yeah. It looks to be that way. Or horrifying, like horrifying special effects, unlike anything we've ever seen. Now I believe we're all set to go. They seem to be headed towards the Thames. Let's follow them and rescue Espella. Right you are, Professor. Ooh, look at all the pretty sights. You need to work on your cardio, my boy. We've lost them, Professor. They've got away. Yes, it would appear so. However, we can be quite certain that they came this way. There may be someone who saw the witch carrying Espella. Right, let's start asking people. Hey, look over there. Isn't that... Yes, so this guy I am not going to have any kind of background on. I feel like this is a recurring character. This one's really got me stumped. I agree, sir. A total mystery. Constable Barton, I don't want agreement. I want answers. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Yeah, he is. Okay. Inspector Telmy and Constable Barton, I wonder what they're doing here. They appear to be having a heated discussion about something. Perhaps it may even have something to do with the witches we're pursuing. Let's see what they have to say, Luke. Good thinking, Professor. Very well. Well, first, before I go and do any of that nonsense. What a lovely square. The police officers look out for a place... look out a place here, though. Yeah. Ah, it does kind of sparkle. Okay. A full moon in the night. Are there random coins sitting in the top of the trees? Hey, cruise ship. It's a big passenger ship. Maybe the kidnapper took Miss Espella there. Perhaps. No, I just recently heard, like, oh, someone I know really badly wants to go on a cruise, but it's just like, with what money? I mean, a cruise would be very nice, but you'd need some expendable income. The River Thames and Tower Bridge. Nothing seems amiss. Somehow the bridge was stolen. How did that happen? Hello? Oh! Gotcha. God. Oh, I really hope those aren't sparing. I'm gonna need plenty of hints. Please and thank you. Okay, let's talk with you folks.
Hey, you there. This is off limits. Only Scotland Yard personnel allowed here. Hang on. No, it's you, Layton. What are you two doing here?
It's been a while, Inspector Calmy. Has there been some sort of incident?
Well, more of an accident than an incident. Over there, a motor vehicle has been heavily damaged.
A heavily damaged vehicle, you say? That sounds rather serious. But I doubt that a Scotland Yard inspector would be involved in something as mundane as a simple traffic accident. Is there perhaps something unusual about this particular accident?
As always, you're quick to pick up on the fine points.
I should say there's something unusual. In fact, I've never seen nor heard of an accident as unusual as this one.
Barton, would you leave the talking to me?
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. An unusual accident. Unusual in what way, precisely?
Don't go concerning yourself with it. It's the job of the police to solve this case.
You never know, Inspector. I may just be able to help you solve it.
What are you saying? Even I don't have all the facts yet. Clues just aren't that easy to come by, you know?
I don't know. We've doing it pretty good. Just taking a magnifying glass, just pointing it at things. We've also found money. We can pay rent now. Yes, we got nothing so far. In fact, I'm sure we could use a helping hand.
Oi, Barton! I thought I told you! I'll do the talking!
Hey, yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Just a moment. I've got it. Hey, Layton.
What is it, Inspector?
Well, that is to say, if you're so keen on getting involved, why not go and take a look at for yourself?
That was a sudden change of heart. Yes, they're using us as bait, and then I will use you as my bait. It was, Luke, but a welcome one, wouldn't you say? Very well, Inspector. I will take a look. The vehicle is just up ahead there, is it?
Yes, it is. It's in the park just over there, if you know what I mean.
The park's fairly big, so it's quite easy to lose your way.
I suppose I'll have to explain, but listen up. I'm only saying this once. When you want to go somewhere else, touch the move icon in the bottom right corner. Touch this to change from investigating mode to movement mode. The places you can move are the places indicated by the red markers. Touch search after moving to go back into investigation mode. Incidentally, you're free to move to any location indicated by the red marker. This is a convenient way of moving since you can move a great distance with only a single touch. I get it. It's an interface. Look at the map and touch our desired location. That's right, isn't it, Inspector? That's right. So now that you know what to do, why don't you go and take a look? Oh, but don't forget. Don't forget, if you find anything, be sure to come and let me know.
We'll be waiting here for you. Professor, I think the unusual accident they were talking about... Indeed, it could well have something to do with our own investigation. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scene of the accident, Luke. We may find some clues. Right, you are, Professor.
Very well, sir. When I hear back from them, I may just be able to make something of this case. With the backlog of cases I got piled up, I'll have to take help where I can get it.
Okay. Well, at least he's allowing me to do things. Even if it is in a scumbaggy, self-centered kind of way. Aw, look at the sprites. Alright. I'll head over there. Oh my god. So it's interesting because I don't really remember the scene that we watched in that cutscene take place in our current time. It looked like it took place in some kind of a mystical world of some kind. But here you can see there's like streetlights and all that kind of thing. Professor, look over there! There's a car up in that tree! So there are flying DeLoreans.
This certainly is out of ordinary. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Like Constable Barton said, it seems extremely unusual. I mean, how on earth could something like this happen?
We'll need to investigate this closely. Let's take a closer look at the car.
Well, first I need to look for coins. Coins, good sir! Ooh. Bunch of people. Give me a second. Got a bench. Got you. At least the stuff, like, I don't know. I guess I could comb over every tiny little speck of this place.
The heavy rain has made the ground very slippery.
Yes. So, I mean, are there tracks? We could potentially find something out with tracks. The tire mark ends halfway towards the tree. How did the car end up, there? Up there. Okay. Anything in the background? Don't think so. What about all the people? Onlookers have started gathering at the scene. And then a cop. Oh, wait. Is that thing on the ground something? No, I thought it was. Never mind. Okay. I see a handprint on the very top of the car. I wonder how that got there. The more I see it, the stranger it looks. It's as if the car just flew up there. It's certainly taken some damage. You don't think... Could the witches have done this?
It's certainly possible. It would appear the accident occurred only moments ago. Wait, what's that mark on the car?
Excuse me, gentlemen. Yes, you too. Would you just stop right there? Oh, hello. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to leave. This is the scene of an accident, and we haven't finished investigating it yet. As you can no doubt see, it's all rather mysterious. We don't yet know the exact cause of this here mishap. Not a safe place for spectators, I'm afraid. I'll have to ask you both to move along. We're not spectators. We've been given permission from Inspector Tellme.
From the inspector, you say? So you're here officially then, are you?
In what capacity, may I ask?
Well, not officially as such. The name's Herschel Layton. I'm an archaeologist.
You're pulling my leg. You mean to tell me that you're the famous Professor Layton? Now that you mention it, you certainly do resemble the good professor. Of course he does. He is a professor.
So, Constable, if you don't mind, we may investigate this a little closer?
I've been put in charge here, so I can't afford to be wrong about this. For all I know, you might just be impersonating Professor Layton. What? Oh, come on! If you're a real Professor Layton, then I'm sure you'll have no trouble solving this little puzzle that I just happen to have here. Of course.
Sounds interesting. Let me see what you have.
All right, take a look at this. I see your game. Oh. Okay, so I guess the puzzle is I need to get through this security without getting caught. Alright. The local police force is assisting a museum to increase its security. The guards' torches allow them to spot anything up to 3 squares away. Do your best not to be seen and sneakily make your way out of the room. Okay. Can I use the control pad, though? I mean, that would be a lot more easy. Touch the arrows on the touchscreen to move in the direction indicated. Each time I move 1 space, so 2 with my opponents. Oh boy, one of these, okay. Do not stand in front of their line of sight or they will see you. Reach the exit without your opponents seeing you. Gotcha, getcha, okay. So moving down. Down again. Nothing's gonna run into me here. Okay. This way. Oh boy. I don't think anything is gonna run into me here, but... Boink. Jesus. Alright, well I'm not gonna move directly into your line of sight. Oh, dear God. Okay, so now he's there. I think I have enough wiggle room that I could possibly move through here. So let's do that. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. It said 3 blocks ahead of me, right? So, is that going to be enough to escape that dude's grasp? I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna risk it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, but... Oh, shit. That's not good. That's not good. Because if I move... Oh. I was supposed to move down, wasn't I? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, fuck. God damn it! Alright. Alright, I almost made it. Yipes!
I've already seen the answer.
It's that one.
Indeed, an intriguing puzzle.
That worked out. Well done, you managed to stay hidden in the darkness and make it out. I screwed up once. Worked out. That's it! You've solved it! Judging by the way you solved that puzzle, there's no doubt that you must be the one and only Dude, I failed it once and then I cleared it after that. Of course, from the very start, I had a fairly good idea it was you, Professor. From the very start, you seem to have your doubts, Constable. Well, anyway, feel free to investigate as you wish, but, there is one last thing. Yes? Later, when you've got a free moment, would you mind signing my helmet? Are you sure that's allowed? Yeah. Come on, Luke, let's take a look around before the Constable changes his mind. I mean, you could probably sign the inside of it. Who's gonna know? Tell me, Luke, did you notice anything strange when we looked at that car? Anything strange? Well, to be honest, the entire accident is pretty unusual. Well, yes, but if we're supposed this accident occurred naturally, then there's one particular mark that should not be there. A mark that shouldn't be there. Professor, the handprint! There's a handprint on the bonnet! Well spotted, Luke. But a handprint on of that size is too big to be left by any normal person. Indeed, it would almost appear to have been left by the hand of a giant. That's a bit far-fetched. Or a giant witch. Again, we're dealing with mysticism and witches. Nothing is far-fetched. Luke, let's look around a little more. Isn't there anything in this park that grabs your attention? But, Professor, from here I can't see anything strange other than that car. In situations like this, we need to zoom in, Luke. Zoom in? What a weird concept. In cases where something is too far away or is hidden behind another object, we can zoom in to see it more clearly. When you see something of interest, use the magnifying glass to look closer. When the magnifying glass turns blue, it means something important is there. By zooming in, we may just be able to uncover some new clues. Okay, Professor, I'll zoom in right away. When the magnifying glass turns blue, just touch that area, right? So basically what we've been doing before, except now a blue thing. That's right, Luke. Now then, let's give it a try. Very well. Are there any other, like, blue indicators sitting around here now that I've uncovered the magic mysticism that is blue? Okay, can't do that. Can't look at the onlookers. Rather not talk to you. There. Hey, the statue's hand. It's about the same size as the handprint on the car. Do you think the car hit the hand when it crashed? That is a possibility, of course. However, the handprint on the car is a right handprint, Luke. Right hand? Right, and that's being occupied by a spear. But the statue is holding a spear in its right hand, which means that couldn't be where the handprint came from. Quite right, my boy. And it would certainly appear that this is more than a simple traffic accident. I wonder what could have happened if the handprint was made by the statue. Surely the statue couldn't have moved? No. No, Luke, calm down. I'm positive there's some kind of secret behind this, and whatever it may be, we can be certain it's related to the witch that took Espella. Now, funny enough, us talking about this car accident, I just remembered, my brother was telling me that he just recently got in a car accident, and that's fun. It wasn't a major one. It was basically just, a fender bender sort of thing. It was sitting in a stoplight, and there was this 19-year-old girl behind him that apparently didn't notice that, like, the light turned green, but she didn't notice that the car in front of her didn't immediately accelerate. So she, like, put the pedal to the metal and just, like, ran right into his bumper. It's like, oh, good. That's fun. It's stuff like that where I'm just like, I need to get my hands on rear view and front view cameras for freaking, like, dash cam. That it's underappreciated as all hell. I think dashcam needs to be in more cars. I think so too, Professor. How else could this kind of accident have occurred? If we investigate more closely, perhaps we'll find some clues. No, Luke. First, we should head back to see the inspector. Really? But all he seems to say is how unusual it seems. Well, yes. However, there is one more subject about which I'd like to ask him. Oh, what's that? Where he got that spiffy outfit. No, not what, my boy, but rather, who? Who was in the car when it crashed? Ah! Very well, okay. So I zoomed in at one point. Now I can go back, and now I can talk to Investigator. Okay. Makes sense. Hello, Professor. Have you found any clues? Not really. Wait a minute, who are we talking about here? Not this dude, but, oh, right, are we talking to here? Let's head back over here.
So, what do you think? No simple accident, is it?
I'll bet this one's even surprised the great Professor Layton, hasn't it? Without doubt, there is no ordinary accident. May I ask how the driver was?
He wasn't seriously hurt. He's a real jammy dodger, that one. In fact, we're about to take him into custody for questioning. Strictly private, I'm afraid.
Inspector Chalmey, there's something I would like to know.
What's that, then?
The driver's name. Was it by any chance Carmine Accidente? God damn. Just even saying it is ridiculous.
How the devil? How did you get that information?
Well, you could just say a little bird told me. He's something of an unlucky yet lucky type, always getting himself into trouble only to miraculously escape unharmed.
An acquaintance of yours, is he?
He attended my lectures a few years back, an outstanding student.
Is that so? Well, perhaps you should have lectured him on how to stay out of trouble. We've had our eye on him for some time. He's a bit of a maverick, that detective. Always sniffing out dangerous situations and poking his nose into trouble. Unlucky isn't the half of it. I'll tell you, I wouldn't surprise to find him involved in this ruckus.
Yes. Again, I think I'd like to know a little bit more information about, just how unlucky he is. I don't know, I'm just thinking about it. It's like, is he like a Jinx? Like, Hey Arnold level Jinx? Who was that one character in Hey Arnold that was a Jinx? I'm trying to remember. Maybe he knows Maggie Bird. Yeah, maybe. Professor, that means this must be the incident in which Carmine was attacked. Yes, it would seem so.
What was this? Know something I don't know, do you?
No, nothing at all, Inspector.
I was hoping you just might come up with something I could see. Never mind. Now I've got that detective. I may be able to write something from him.
I'd really like to know how such an incident occurred. Inspector, just one other question. Is there any evidence that suggests that Carmine was not alone in their car?
Was that? Something else in the car? No, there's nothing to suggest that.
Is that so? Well, was there anything else unusual about the accident that you haven't mentioned?
Anything else unusual? No, as far as I'm aware.
Follow for follow, yeah, like for like. No, sorry. I appreciate the offer, but that's not something I tend to do. Again, thanks for stopping in, though. I appreciate it. Wait a minute. We did see those strange people in Halloween costumes. What, the witches? You thought that was a Halloween costume?
Oi, Button! Like I said before, I'll do the talking!
Yes, Inspector. Sorry, Inspector.
These people in Halloween costumes, can you tell me anything about them? You're certainly persistent, Layton.
I don't know. Your dude over here is a little bit spotty. So I'd say it's not persistence. It's more like, he knows a thing. I want to know the thing.
To be honest with you, I don't really think... don't think they had anything to do with it. We saw a group of them loitering around Tower Bridge. I decided to question them, but when I took my eyes off them for a second, they just disappeared. I wonder what in blazes they were up to, wandering around dressed like that.
The emo kids. When precisely was this?
Just a moment ago, at the same time you went to the park.
Halloween costumes? Professor, could it be?
I see what you mean. It seems we may have a lead.
Thank you for your help, Inspector.
Now, hold on, just what's all this about?
Well, we seem to have come to the right place, all right.
Yes, it would appear the witches attacked Espella and Carmine in the park, before coming after Espella and abducting her from my office. Following that, they must have made their way from there to Tower Bridge.
We may still catch up with them if we hurry. Let's go! Off we go! Oh yay, more mysteries involving Car? Oh, no. Involving Carmine. Alright. The professor's former student Carmine Accidente, who gave Espella a letter from the professor, was involved in a car crash while they were being pursued by witches. What was he investigating in Labyrinth? I have no clue. But the mystery will unravel itself soon, I'm sure. Alright. Move forward here. Large bridge over the river Thames that is also a well-known London landmark. Definitely. Kind of dark nonsense is about to happen here. I do like the 3D effects here. You know, they're showing off a bunch of stuff that you probably couldn't have pulled off in the DS era. There's no one here.
This is puzzling. I'd normally expect to see more people here at this time.
Wait, go back to explore previous areas. It will tell you if you missed anything. Oh, okay. Must be the bad weather. I guess no one wants to go out in this.
We are ninnies and nuts. That could be it, although I'm also sensing something of a peculiar presence in the air.
Professor, don't talk like that. Lightning! Whoa, no, that made me jump.
Look, over there.
Wow, yeah, that's a friendly face to talk to. Yikes! What was that? I bet it was one of them. Professor, let's follow it.
In just a moment, Luke. There's something we should review before we go running off.
First off, is it a trap?
The method of entering a building is a little different than that of regular movement. Sometimes when moving the magnifying glass during investigation mode, the cursor will change to a yellow arrow. This indicates a means of direct entry. You can also enter while in movement mode. Simply touch enter to do so.
Touch the yellow arrow in investigation mode, or enter in movement mode, right?
That's it, my boy. Try not to forget. All right, then. Let's make haste.
Well, before I do that... Now, you said that, I go back to a location... okay, hint coins 3... Oh, I'm missing 1 hint coin from here, okay. That's a good thing to check. Alright. So where is the missing hint coin, then? It's gonna sparkle wherever it is. Let's see. Nothing about the light or the trees. Nothing on the well, okay. There's all the bits and pieces on the ground, but I'm pretty sure I already inspected those. Oh, hello. Ah, I was in like a little lantern. Thank you, Mario. So, I got all of that stuff, I guess. Hidden puzzles? 0 of 0. Okay, so gotta keep that in mind. If there's a hidden puzzle, I need to find it. And back to the office. Can I even get back to the office? I don't think I can. I think I'm on the beaten path and I can't do anything. Neato. Okay, so there's a bunch of hit coins over here. Let me go. Let me see. I'm assuming that a couple of them are probably in... Oh, nope. Lantern. Legs. I like the animation style of, like, those manual, like, turn-style clocks. Let's chase after the shadow on Tower Bridge, Professor! No. I'm sightseeing, Luke. Luke, we must follow the shadow that vanished further down the bridge. Very tall building. There we go. I think that's everything. Okay, so we can almost guarantee that there's about like 3 coins for each one of the areas that I'm exploring, right? That's my guess. There's a full moon out. Ooh, nice animation. What the? That thing just disappeared into thin air? Well, I certainly don't feel the same presence I did just a moment ago. Hey, Professor, what's that? Oh. Oh no, someone killed Red Riding Hood. Wait, isn't that... Professor, it's Espella's cloak! Yes, it certainly looks like the cloak she was wearing. Espella? Where could she have gone? Luke, take a look at that. On the wall there, just next to the cloak. Oh, is there a hidden doorway? Hey, there's some kind of mysterious pattern engraved there. Indeed. I believe this may demand closer investigation. But first, I'm going to be a greedy bastard and look for coins. Being an archaeologist doesn't cover the bill anymore. I apologize. Nothing strikes me as suspicious at the other end of the tunnel. Okay. What about this? No clues over there. Can I look at the... Yeah, I can. Miss Espella's cloak. She has certainly passed this way. The ceiling is made of bricks, too. There's nothing odd about it. Well, you don't know that. This entire thing might turn out to be, oh, what would be a good... Like a mimic or something? A giant stone mimic? Yes, that's a very puzzling... Like I said, looks a hell of a lot like the symbol on Millennium items in Yu-Gi-Oh! What do you think this pattern is all about? Well, I can't say that it's a pattern I've ever seen before. I wonder what a mark like this could be doing here. Wait a sec. That figure disappeared, right? Around here, didn't it? That's right. Not to mention, Espella's cloak is lying right here in front of this wall. Without a doubt, there must be some kind of clue here as to Espella's whereabouts. Let's check it out! Wait. Can you hear something? I don't know, can we? Sounds like water rushing down below. Professor! The wall's moving! The walls are shifting! We're in Spelunky! Oh, hey! Oh, this should be a pretty simple puzzle. Maybe. Sudden shifting has dislodged a number of bricks from the wall. Drag the blocks along the wall and arrange them so that the design on the wall is properly displayed. Okay, so is there any tilting? You can also move with the control pad or the circle pad. Okay. Oh, interesting. Move a block, touch the touch screen. Again, it doesn't look like they're incorporating any kind of, like, turning element. automatically fall into holes in which they fit perfectly. Alright, I don't see any kind of failure points here. Well, what pieces look like they fit where? I'm gonna grab you, and... there we go. And now we need to find something for that. Why are you... I'm looking at all the pieces that are vibrating. It's like, why vibrate? Why? Now, I believe... this thing appears to be the iris. Come on, buddy. The movements are a little bit stiff. Like, I can't just, like, move the pieces around. Okay. What about you? Where do you go? You look like you fit... oh. Oh, no. Little bit off to the side. There we go. Okay, I see how that could potentially kind of fuck me up. What about this? Come on. Select it, please. Can I just use the... yeah, can I just... I'm just gonna use the buttons. Oh, hey. Hey, I just realized. This thing is in the way of this piece. Look! It's like a real, genuine puzzle. How exciting. Okay. What the heck is this all about? This is a gigantic block here. Oh, right. Down in the corner there. Random-ass Tetris pieces. This is reminding me of, like, those, the puzzle games back when I played, like, Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. Finished.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
A powerful tremor begins to resonate from the wall.
Look, Professor! The wall!
Again, the wall is shitting. I mean, shifting. I mean, you know. This sci-fi nonsense.
This now.
I feel like we've bit off way more than we could chew.
Ouch, ouch, ouch!
Luke!
His tailbone has been shattered into 12 pieces.
Are you all right, Luke?
Yes.
Huh? Huh?
It's a BDSM dungeon. What?
What's a place like this doing behind the wall?
It appears to have been here for some time.
I wonder who could have made this place, and why? It's so dark, I can barely see.
Right. Probably hides all the Queen's cronies.
Espella! Professor, we've got to search for Espella!
Indeed, she could be here somewhere. Although...
So, could that witch?
precisely, we should proceed with caution.
Okay.
We are going to be turned into a newt. Question, how the hell is Phoenix gonna find this? I have no idea. I assume they're just gonna, like, randomly stumble into each other at one point during the proceedings. Also, I'm wondering what the gameplay is gonna be like when Phoenix finally shows up. Like, is he only doing the court portions of this? Or is this gonna also have, like, the investigation elements of Phoenix, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney? I'm very curious. I can't wait to see. Something's wrapped in a piece of cloth. What can it be? I don't know. I can't read the box. Oh, dear God. Well, I'll look at that in just a moment. But first, like I said, greedy bitch that I am. Okay, how many coins did I find down here? Just, I think it was just those two. Anything else? Anything in, like, hidden in a block sitting in the wall? I don't know. Anyway. Professor, over there! What's this? Quickly, let's get her on her feet. Is this a puzzle? Hello, rats. Help us, Bella. Okay. Oh, so we're gonna, like, unknot this stupid nonsense. Bella's hands have been tightly tied behind her back. Quickly, untie her! Which rope? A or B? Will not result in a knot when both ends of the rope are pulled at the same time. Okay, so I need to, like, take a really close look. Gotcha, okay. Well, let me see. Which one? Okay. Oh, I'm just trying to figure out like which one's above and which one's below. All right. Well, if this is correct, then what's underneath it is A, right? Because it's over on the yeah. Yep. No. Wait. Oh God, I'm not entirely sure. Can we ask the rats for help? Yes. Need help, Ratatouille. Help. Yeah, I'd have to say it's probably A. Untie the knot. Okay, I choose A.
I've already seen the answer.
What?
When it comes to puzzles, there's still much to be learned.
Wow, okay. Wait a minute. Good thing this is an A-B option. Hold on, let me look at this. Shit. So it wasn't A. It's really weird, because I really would have thought that it was A. Never mind, I guess. Let me try and work this out. Why it would be B. Are they even tied in the first place? It kind of looks like they're not. Huh.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
You did it. Espella is free. Just what exactly occurred here? I don't know. Good morning.
Espella, are you alright?
Mr. Layton, it really is you. Mr. Layton, you really did come and rescue me.
Of course, as I said, it is the duty of every gentleman to save a lady in trouble.
Thank you, Mr. Layton. It's my duty too, as an apprentice gentleman. Professor, I think they're coming back.
I don't sense any immediate danger, but be sure to stay on your guard, Luke.
Right. Now, let's hurry up and leave this place. She has the cloak. Maybe we grab the cloak from the alley and just, like, slapped it on her. There's no escaping them. Yeah? Carmine tried many times to lead me away from the witches. But, as you have seen, we were unable to escape them for long. Uh-oh! What should we do, Professor? Grr. That was a gurgling. Hi! Again, this cult needs to be stopped.
We need the help of a lawyer.
That is going to be so off-putting when it shows up.
That figure from before.
Professor, I can hear something. It's coming from the end of the corridor.
Just as I thought. Mr. Layton, if we stay here, they'll find us.
This is bad, Professor. They're getting closer and closer.
Everyone into the water.
Please, at least, save yourselves.
Don't worry, there may be a way out of this. I have an idea.
Ooh, hiding in boxes.
Please, leave this to me.
Hide in the boxes.
All right.
There's not much time, so listen carefully.
Right. We're gonna solid snake this nonsense. Professor, they're nearly here, and there are lots of them.
Okay, we should be all set. Let's get going, Luke.
This is gonna be silly. Ooh. Oh, the bridge is opening. Oh, they're gonna leap across the bridge, aren't they? Or... Oh, good God. They can fly. It's not like we can do anything about it.
Hand over the girl.
Oh. Oh, hey. It's Main Witch. The bitchiest witch. Oh, hey. Maybe the cloak will get stopped up into it. Up. Sucker. Well, then what the heck is she? Oh, wow, how the heck did you not get your shins would be in several pieces. Good luck on your journey.
Enjoy playing silly little tricks.
Yes, it's fairly fun. We like magic.
Well,
It looks like you enjoy magic too.
You didn't think we'd just give ourselves up, did you?
So tell me, just who are you, witches? And why are you so determined to capture Espella?
Fools. It's yourselves you should be more concerned about. Do you have any idea of what it means to involve yourself with that girl? It would seem not.
What do you mean?
She's Little Red Riding Hood. You're going to get devoured by a wolf.
The pair of you have unknowingly walked right into the middle of the story.
The middle of the story?
You'll soon see what I mean. With your very own eyes.
Cool. Again, can you teleport us to wherever the hell this Labyrinthia is?
She just disappeared!
I wonder what she could have meant by that.
I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about all of this. Do you think she's just trying to scare us because she lost?
At any rate, we should try to reach Espella. I know where that ship was heading. Let's head to the port and meet Espella when she arrives.
Right, and then we can give her back this book. Huh? Professor, the book!
It's got the rats in it! It's angry. It wants us to go to Hogwarts. Oh! Neat.
Isn't this us, Professor?
Surely not.
Okay, so can't we literally just rewrite the entirety of this story now that we have gotten ourselves so entrenched into it? Like, we have the book. We can rewrite the story just like, we win! Or maybe we could have done that a little earlier. Whoops. Mario says, here's my guess. Chalmy is going to blame Espella for the murder, and Phoenix is going to find her. At this stage, now I'm wondering if this is going to be everyone gets sucked in the storybook, and now we need to try and save all the people. Okay, let's just save right about there. Oh, what's happening now? What the heck? This intern cop doesn't know what's about to happen to him.
Who's there? Is somebody there? Oh, it's probably nothing, but...
I see. So Espella is being beaten.
Hey, what are you doing?
Shit. Oh, boy. Here's where the legalies come in. Hello, Blue Badger. Well, that's gonna suck. Again, I imagine we're all gonna get sucked into this book. Prologue. English turnabout! I'm feeling queasy. Come on, Nick! It's just like I said. Oh, Maya, what do you mean? You're such a worrywart. I knew you'd get all jittery before the trial. It's not like that. It's just... I didn't expect to have to stand in a foreign court. Yeah, we don't know much about the court system here. Or the legalese. Then again, we don't know much about the regular legalese either, so... The Legal League of Attorneys would like this to be an exemplary case. So that'd make you an exemplary attorney. I hope you don't infect any British lawyers with your nervous attitude. You're making it sound like I'm a virus or something. How did Phoenix get wrapped into this? We'll see after this trial, I guess. My name is Phoenix Wright. I'm a defense attorney. And this is Maya Fey. My, assistant of sorts. Of sorts! I guess I should explain why she's dressed up like that. I wonder if Mia's gonna show up in any capacity. That'd be weird. But it's a long story and we don't have the time. We've come to England on the Legal League of Attorneys exchange. I'm actually... I'm acting as a representative of the American Legal League. You know, they probably sent you because you don't ever seem to be busy. Shut your face. We weren't supposed to stand in court, so we thought it'd be like a vacation. But here we are as usual. We've been dragged into a strange case. American, in quotes. Hey, Nick, so what do you suppose this trial's all about? What if it was this? Look, check out today's newspaper. Japanifordian. Elusive jewel thieves at large in London. Scotland Yard on red alert. Wouldn't that be cool? Maya, don't get your hopes up. We're here on an exchange. It should be a simple textbook trial. Really? London's a big city. What are the odds of us getting a case like that? I don't know. We tend to get a lot of cases we shouldn't be in, but, you know. Well, that's boring.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
Oh, hello.
How do you do? I am
Madam.
Miss Darklaw, teacher at the Alcott School for Young Women. Espella, this man is your defense lawyer.
Oh shit, here we are. Nice outfit. It's the only thing in the back room. Oh, she's got dead eyes.
Pleased to meet you.
Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Pleased to meet you. Crud. Well, just looking at her sprite, she seems to be doing a little bit of swaying. Just a little bit. Like a very subtle amount. I'm Phoenix Wright, your attorney. Pleased to meet you. What's with this girl? Can't she hear me? Is this girl the defendant in today's case? That is correct. She's the pupil I'd like you to represent. She's pleading guilty, so there's not much you need to do. Pleading guilty? I suggest you accept the punishment proposed by the prosecution. What? What kind of request is that? Her name is Dark Law. Oh god, that's right. Espella, what are you accused of? Have you not received the case materials? No, we haven't. And we weren't told anything. My, forgive for this oversight. Here, this is the case file. Attorney, defendant. The court hearing will begin now. Please proceed to the courtroom. Well then, I entrust Espella to you. That's it. Wait, what? No way! I didn't even have time to look through the case file! Espella, please be a good girl and don't cause any trouble. All a setup and a sham. Yeah? Did she just mumble something?
I'm not a witch.
Oh dear. Espella? What did you just say? Chop, chop, defense! Let's not keep everyone waiting. And so, another trial begins. And it's just as loony as the ones in the States. And as always, I've got no idea what's going to happen.
All right. Let's do it, Nick.
I will do my best. My very, very best. Slam. Oh, hello.
The court is now in session for the trial of Espella Cantabella.
The prosecution is ready.
Oh, dear God.
Your Honor.
How about the defense? Are you ready?
Yes. Well, I guess you could call it ready, Your Honor.
I hear it's your first appearance in a British court.
Well, yes, that's right.
Well, chip, cheerio to you, sir.
The Legal League of Attorneys Exchange, was it? Sounds like fun. Hope you're enjoying the sights. You can take it easy today. Don't worry, Prosecutor Flinch will take care of everything.
He's treating us like amateurs, Nick.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose the legal system in the States is just a little bit cartoony. And we're bringing that cartooniness right up to the British Isles.
Oh boy, this looks bad. Can I really defend this girl?
Deer in the headlights.
Ah, I see. Well, since this is your first case here, I will ask you a few simple questions to make sure we're all on the same page.
Oh, yes, that's fine by me. Dang, time to sink or swim.
Answer my questions then, Mr. Wright. What is the name of the defendant?
Right, yep, here's the tutorial. Dark Law! No. And that would be Espella Cantabella, Your Honor.
That is correct.
Whew, that's the first hurdle. It's not that bad. I see you're terribly proud of yourself for answering that basic question.
Let's move on to the next question. What is the nature of the offense?
What crime is Espella accused of? You know, Espella seems like such a timid girl. You think it's something minor, like shoplifting? No. Maybe. I wouldn't call it minor, though. It can't be anything major like that large-scale jewel theft.
Please answer the question.
Can I check that in the menu? Let me see. Okay, well, here's the Mysteries tab, but that's the exact same thing. There's the story bits. God damn. I don't know this inventory. I need the court record, damn it.
Can you name the two offenses?
Did he just say two? Nick, think! What other petty offense could it be? I don't know! I'm clueless about this case. We weren't told anything about it at all. My. Could it be that our esteemed visitor left this common sense back home? All the evidence is in the court record. You haven't forgotten that, have you? No, I just couldn't find it. Flinch is just British pain. Yep. And that is what I am gunning for. That's right, the court record. I totally, completely forgot. Right, that's what you always refer to, the court record. Touch the court record icon to view it at any time. Thank God. So the legalese is here. Suspect, Isabella Cantabella. Charges, theft and assault. Inflicted light injuries. Light injury, laceration to the back of the head, hit with a long, blunt object, which was a pipe. Yeah, it just slipped my mind. It must be the nerves. Okay, let's check it out now. Touch court record, done it. Court record holds all the evidence from this case. I better take a look.
Right, defense. You've had enough time to ponder my questions. What is Miss Cantabella accused of?
Fraud and assault. Murder and theft. Theft and assault. Okay, it's theft and assault. Well, according to the case outline, it was theft and assault. Indeed! What disgusting crimes!
Is that correct, defendant?
Yes. No kidding. She doesn't look like a violent girl. At least, not to me.
Now that that's settled, Prosecutor Flinch, please briefly outline the case for the court.
Yes, Your Honor. The incident took place on a small freighter moored at the harbor of the River Thames. The freighter was carrying goods away from London. The defendant illegally boarded the ship and tried to steal some of its cargo. But she was discovered by a crew member and captured by the ship's security guard. So she was caught red-handed.
Then she violently resisted when found by the crew member.
Violently resisted? Indeed, she picked up a steel pipe and hit the crew member on the head. Sounds pretty vicious. So that's the assault she's accused of.
And what did the defendant attempt to steal from the freighter?
A stuffed toy, Your Honor. Wow, petty theft. It's the Metropolitan Police mascot, PC Badger. Amazing. Oh, Nick, I want one! I see that mascot made a career for itself in England. Who would have thought?
I think we all have a clear picture of the incident now. The prosecution may begin.
The prosecution calls its first witness. Please bring him in. There's something fishy about this trial. And there's something even fishier about my client. There isn't an ounce of expression on her face. I better keep my eyes wide open. Okay, so here's that security guard.
Witness, state your name and profession.
Wow, all right. To yourself, I see.
A ship is always at risk at every hour, minute, and second. That's where I come in. I am a peacekeeper, the one and only guardian to an otherwise defenseless ship. The name
Shit.
Smiles. Johnny Smiles. Security guard supreme.
And also a sideline movie actor, apparently. Mr. Slick. Yes. According to the police report, the witness was patrolling the freighter on the night of the crime. Yeah, I was patrolling the freighter, and my expertly trained eyes leave nothing unseen. Chocolate. I'll go blind if he keeps smiling like that.
Very well, Mr. Smiles. We would like you to hear your testimony. Describe what happened during your night patrol.
Yes, sir. Johnny Smiles will reveal all. There's the witness testimony. That night I went on patrol as usual. ZZZO. Heck.
My keen ears latched onto some suspicious noises coming from the cargo hold. I sprinted at full speed to the cargo hold, but I was too late to stop the blow. The next moment, I captured the criminal expertly. Within seconds, I had established there was nothing out of order at the crime scene. And so, the woman you arrested was... It was the defendant, Espella Cantabella, sir. And as for standard patrolling procedure, all lights were on and you saw her clearly. Is that correct, Mr. Smiles? Yes, sir. I am an expert, after all. Huh? Is it just me, or did he hesitate before saying that? The defense may cross-examine the witness. Yes, sir. I'm starting to talk like that guy. Let us see now how skilled our visiting barrister is. Yes, by the way, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Our cross-examination procedure should be the same as anywhere else. But just in case, would you like to have it explained to you? No, it's fine. I'm a frickin' veteran. Cross-examination procedure. Should I ask for an explanation? Oh, no. I know. Just press the ever-loving hell out of them and eventually you'll figure it out. No, thank you. I'm fine. I press the witness on all suspicious statements to gather information. And when there's a contradiction, I present evidence. Just like I always do. Okay, let's do it, Nick. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Go time! Oh, hey, it's working with the exclamation point system. Interesting. So is there any way to, like, save? I'm kind of wondering that, now that I'm... Oh, hey, you could use hint tokens. Shit. Wow, that's weird. Oh, yeah, you can save. How about that? Memo? Arrow. Anyways. I'm gonna go ahead and, like, save... Oh, it's got the individual sounds. I like that. I appreciate that very much. Anyways. That night I went on patrol, as usual. Hold it! What's... Zo? Ah, that's right. It's not something you'd know, not being a security professional. That's our special jargon. It's how we talk about the time in our trade. Let me get this straight, Mr. Professional. You're using letters to tell the time? See, ZO stands for 22:20, which is 10:20 p.m. Oh, right. So 10:20 p.m. That's very accurate. How can you be so sure about the time? Well, that's when the TV show I always watch in the security room ends. TV show? I meant to do the rounds at 10 o'clock p.m., but for a pro like me, it's just a guideline. It doesn't sound very professional. Anyway, I was patrolling the ship, like I do every night. Your Honor, may I? What is it, Prosecutor Flinch? I would like to get the event straight while referring to this crime scene photo. That's a lot of badgers. The defendant and the crew member were fighting in the back of the cargo hold. Is that correct? Yes, sir. They were fighting right under that emergency light. Some items are spilling out of the broken crate. Indeed, that crate was broken by the defendant with a steel pipe. Incidentally, the item we can see spilling out are stuffed toys depicting London's old police mascot, PC Badger. I see. The crime scene photo shall be added to the court record. Awesome. I'll probably need it. The witness may continue his testimony. My keen ears latched onto some suspicious noises coming from the cargo hold. Hold it! And when you heard these noises, you immediately found them suspicious? That's right. An expert of my caliber can always tell when a noise is suspicious. When my smiley sense started tingling, it means there's a crime taking place.
It's like Spidey sense, except shit. So, can you tell us more about the noises you heard?
It was... That's right. The sound of two women fighting. Naturally, I sprang into action. And I arrived at the crime scene in the blink of an eye.
In other words, you went to the cargo hold because you heard strange noises. Is that correct?
Yes, that's about it. I'm back to where I started.
Here. Say, before I move on to this next little bit of testimony, I wonder if there's actually a setting in here. Yeah, let me look at the options. Background music, sound effects, and voice. Okay, that's all regular stuff. Is there anything else? Because I noticed that the speed of the text is just a tad bit slow for my taste. I tend to speed read this kind of shit. I don't know. It just feels like it just drags on. Maybe it's just because the pacing is different, because it's a different developer. Somebody else did it. Which, that's okay, I guess. But anyway.
I sprinted at full speed to the cargo hold, but I was too late to stop the blow.
Hold it!
The blow?
The cocaine.
The defendant, Miss Cantabella, hit the crew member with a steel pipe, didn't she?
Slick. Yeah, that's right. As I opened the door of the cargo hold, the defendant struck the victim's head. Had I arrived a second earlier, I would have gladly stopped the blow with my own head.
I don't think a second would have made much of a difference. Don't take this expert too seriously, Maya. The witness saw the defendant deal the blow. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I expertly witnessed the crime with my very own sparkling eyes.
Can I hold A to scroll faster? I could skip past it with A, but that's about it. And I'd rather not accidentally skip dialogue. So maybe I can like hold down a button or something.
That's so, I see. The next moment, I captured the criminal expertly.
Hold it!
And you claim the assailant was the defendant, Miss Cantabella?
Precisely. Naturally, she abandoned all hope, seeing a security pro like myself join the scene. She dropped that steel pipe she was holding to the floor with a clank. I see. That's what a guilty person would do in that situation.
Exactly, Your Honor. There's no need to continue this cross-examination.
I
like exasperated Phoenix. It's great.
Within seconds, I had established there was nothing out of order at the crime scene.
Hold it!
Are you sure you didn't notice anything unusual about the cargo hold?
Not a thing. Well, aside from the defendant swinging that pipe around.
Could someone else have been hiding in that room? Objection! The security guard patrolling the freighter is responsible for checking every corner. He would have spotted an intruder right away. Isn't that so, witness?
Yes, I carry my trusty pocket torch for precisely such a task. I'd have noticed anything suspicious in an instant.
Why would you need to use a torch? What is it, Maya? I was just looking at the evidence in the court record, and I get the feeling there's something funny about this testimony. You're saying that there's a contradiction? Yes. So that's all he has to say. Well, Nick, what do you think? We managed to get our hands on some new evidence, but pressing alone can only get us so far. Yeah, that means it's time to present evidence to the court. Present evidence. Compare what the witness is saying with the evidence in the court record. Sometimes they won't match up, and that means they're not telling the whole truth. Right. Thanks, Maya. Come on, you're making it look as if I'm the attorney here. Touch the court record icon to compare the evidence in the testimony. I need to present the evidence that contradicts the testimony. Okay then, let's try that. Espella may be saying she's guilty, but that doesn't mean this witness is telling us the whole story. I need to uncover the truth by myself. Alright, so what seems to be the most off thing? Seconds I established there was nothing out of order of the crime. That seems kind of interesting. I sprinted at full speed to the cargo hold, too late to stop the blow. Keen ears latched on some suspicious noises coming from the cargo hold. It seems like... Oh, whoops. Well, shit. Within seconds, I had established there was nothing out of order at the crime scene. Something tells me that there's something to do with this. And let's take a quick look at the picture, eh? Nothing out of order at the crime scene. Well, that's interesting because the crime scene looks like a goddamn mess, but you could say that that has something to do with the breaking in. Light injury, laceration, back of the head. Theft and assault. This seems all factual, but I think I need to present this part.
Objection!
Yes, I think so. You're saying that there was nothing out of order in the cargo hold. Well, that's a bit funny. Duh. The point is, one of the crates in the cargo hold appears to have been tampered with.
Objection!
Ah, that! The defendant must have smashed it! With the pipe. Nothing odd about it. Please, take a look at the crime scene photo. Right, a bunch of freaking dolls. There's the broken crate where the fight took place, but also... I noticed that there was that thing open. I'm just like, why is that open too? Also, is that canned food? There's another crate here that seems kind of strange, don't you think? This crate, sitting quite a distance away from where the fight took place, appears to have been forced open. Isn't this the sort of thing a security guard should immediately notice? You testified that you established there was nothing out of order at the crime scene. So how come you didn't notice something so obvious? How about that, Mr. Smiles?
Water. There's certainly a serious oversight, particularly for someone claiming to be an expert.
Whether the witness is an expert or not, there's no relevance to this case. What matters is that he saw the defendant hit the victim with a steel pipe.
Hold it!
What you just said, I'm afraid I can't let that slide. Excuse me? I'm an expert guard, focused, thorough, precise, a true professional. To prove it, I will testify once more. They're all dying to know why I ignored that one crate, huh? What?
Very well. The witness shall continue his testimony.
What excuse do you think he'll come up with, Nick? Who knows? I've got a bad feeling about this, though. What did he actually see? I am not sure. Again, it looked like a whole bunch of food cans. Why would that be open? It's only natural that I missed the other crate. The lights in the cargo hold weren't on. But of course, I had this. A guard's best friend is his trusty pocket torch. The emergency light was on, mind, so it wasn't so dark I couldn't see. I saw that girl stand right in front of the crew member as she attacked. And there was no one else in that room. You have Johnny's word for it. That opens up the possibility that you saw things wrong, though. Wait a moment. The security company claims that the lights were on during the patrol. Yes, that's the official procedure, you see.
But those light controls can be such a pain in the... Wait, no, that's not it. I mean, the truth is an expert like me doesn't need those lights to do his work. Now when I've got this, the focused beam of my trusty torch cuts through darkness like a laser. The witness will refrain from pointing the torch in this direction. Justice may be blind, but I'd rather not be. Sorry, Your Honor. This trusty torch shall be added to the court record as evidence. Oh, hey! Oh, how subtle. Look at that. I seem to see fingerprints. Dude, what is that? What is it, Your Honor? This pocket torch is covered in something sticky. Ah. It seems my sweet little buddy's been up to some mischief. Sweet little buddy? Do you mean your chocolate? Johnny left sticky fingerprints all over his flashlight. Don't look at me. I'm not touching it. Does someone want to lick it clean? The defense may cross-examine the witness. Cross-exam. Right. And again, let's go ahead and just casually head over to the save option, and I will save it again here. Alright. Only natural that I missed the other crate. The lights in the cargo hold weren't on.
Hold it!
According to the rules, the lights have to be on. Is that right? Don't spread the news, but between you and me, I'm not very good with the light controls on that ship. Even a security expert like me has their flaws, you know. So he just neglected his duty? Didn't you say before that you're focused, thorough, and precise? A true professional? Yes, that's true, of course. Always focused, thorough, and precise. Except when I'm cutting the odd corner. I aim to be a well-balanced professional, you know. Yes. Even Flinch looks unsure how to handle this guy. Of course I had this. A guard's best friend is his trusty pocket torch.
Hold it!
A guard's best friend? You mean that flashlight? Flashlight? It's a pocket torch! Ever watch crime dramas, torch-lit night patrols and all that? I've always thought it looked so cool. In fact, that's why I became a security guard. Oh, you aspired to high things when you were young. Really? That's a unique reason. By the way, what about the chocolate smudges on the flashlight? Torch. A well-prepared guard has a torch in his right hand and a chocolate bar in the left. Why? Frickin' Willy Wonka? Sounds like an emergency ration. Oh wait, it's like an emergency ration. I'm so hot on security issues that it tends to melt. So the flashlight is covered in fingerprints from his sticky right hand. Ooh. The emergency light was on mine, so it wasn't so dark I couldn't see.
Hold it!
An emergency light? The defendant, the crew member, fought under that emergency light. Yes?
Yes, sir, it is in the back of the room.
Yes, sir. The cargo hold was faintly lit up by that little red light there. But the regular lights are on in this picture. Well, yeah, I switched them on before the police came, just so you couldn't get in trouble. What? I didn't want to risk my bright career over my slightly different take on the rules. After all, I am an expert. It's all in the details. You're an expert, all right. An expert in bending the rules. I saw the girl stand right in front of the crew member as she attacked.
Hold it!
And you saw that clearly? Yes, I got there, opened the door, and then, BAM! That's when it happened. I felt it in my shades. They spoke to me. Johnny, you're looking at a crime here. Huh? Wait a second. You were wearing sunglasses? Yeah, was a security guard without a pair of shades. In the dark. These babies are a part of me. Witness, you were patrolling the freighter with sunglasses on. Of course I was. Whatever I do it with style. Is a bit of vanity a crime? Don't you wear your specs for the same reason? Vanity? I wear them because I'm short-sighted, I'll have you know. Well, Flinch isn't as dickish as Payne. Give him a couple of different rounds, maybe he'll come up with something dickish. Like, he hasn't really caught us in a corner, so we'll see. You got that right, Flinch. So, Johnny had sunglasses on in a dimly lit room. Do you think he actually managed to see anything? Nick, check the court record. There might be a contradiction in Johnny's testimony. Yeah, good idea. So there might be a contradiction, huh?
Witness, continue to your testimony.
And there was no one else in that room. You have Johnny's word for it.
Hold it!
However, you didn't even notice the other crate. Yes, the food crate. This one here. How can you prove there wasn't someone hiding inside that box? Not a possibility, I'm afraid. Huh? That wharf is fitted with CCTV cameras. The records from that night have already been examined. Not a single person was seen leaving the ship. If there are security cameras monitoring the ship, then why did they bother keeping Johnny around, Nick? Whoa, not so loud, my...
There were no other intruders.
Yes, sir, that's right. Oh, man, some guard he is. That prosecutor could have at least checked if the lights were on or not. Yeah, you know, maybe this hasn't been all that properly investigated. You think so? In any case, some things the guard said are kind of strange. Let's see what he said when I show... Let's see what he says when I show him some evidence. Okay. Out of shits and giggles, I'm going to see if maybe presenting the pocket torch on the pocket torch statement is it.
Objection!
Nope. There's a clear contradiction between this statement and the evidence.
And how are they even related?
They are both torches. They aren't, are they?
Indeed, they are not. And here is your penalty.
Penalty? That sounds pretty serious when said by the judge. I feel like I probably need to, throw the torch on this. Or, I mean, it could be the crime scene photo specifically, but we haven't seen exactly how dark it is in that room, and the photo wouldn't really say anything about that. Let me try and use the torch on this.
Objection!
Shit! That statement contradicts this evidence.
No, I do not see any contradictions.
Really?
Objection overruled. And now that's a penalty. The defense shall think very well before speaking to the court again, or else. Ah, damn it.
This judge is really good at threatening people. Perhaps the crime scene photo, again, is the thing I'm supposed to present here.
Objection!
Shit! No! God. The emergency light was on mine, so it wasn't so dark I couldn't see. Is the contradiction just literally, oh, well then why did you use your torch? I don't...
Objection!
No. Okay, it's not it. I just feel like this particular part, I saw that girl stand right in front of the crew member as she attacked. Because it specified that it, you know, the game's giving me sort of subtle hints. It's like, this is it. But what else? Oh, wait a minute. No, never mind. I think I remember now. In fact, now I kind of feel like reloading because I feel stupid. Okay, nope, skip, we're good. I do like how they give you little slideshows to show you like what they what you missed or what you might not remember. So, I have the flashlight in here. It's only natural that I missed the other crate. The lights in the cargo hold weren't on. I had this. The emergency light was on. I saw that girl stand right in front of the crew member as she attacked. Okay, wait a minute. I think I know what's happening here. Light injury. Laceration to the back of the head.
Objection!
There we go. That's what you're going on about. You're sure the defendant was standing right in front of the crew member? Absolutely. They were facing each other the entire time. Well, that's weird, because it clearly contradicts the evidence. What? What do you mean? According to the victim's medical report, the blow was dealt to the back of the head. The back of the head? Do you understand now? If they were facing each other, there's no way the victim couldn't have been hit from behind. Yes, sir! I think it's a little bit early to be bringing in the pursuit music, but okay.
Can you offer an explanation for this contradiction?
Yes, explain yourself. It's the first I've heard of this. Yes, sir. It's strange, isn't it? I'm totally sure they were fighting face to face. I'd swear there's melting chocolate bar on it. It doesn't look like he's lying, but then... Hey, Nick, look at me. Jesus, what? What are you doing, Maya? I was just checking if I could hit the back of your head while you were facing me. What the fuck? It doesn't seem doable, especially for someone as vertically challenged as me. How about you keep your dangerous little experiments inside that head of yours, Maya? I kind of like living, thanks. Damn it, my hair. At least we've learned a couple of important things. First, that this witness is unreliable. And second, that the prosecution didn't investigate this case properly. If my gut feeling is right, there's much more to this case than meets the eye. Relax, Phoenix, you survived a 40-foot drop into a raging river. But metal pipe, though. Now's my chance. What should I do? Good question. Can I save from here? Can I break it? Court record. Back. Can I press start? Nope. Nope, I'm stuck. I can't save on these parts. Whoops. The answer is... I mean, at this stage, I just feel like there's not enough evidence right now. He was also hit by a car, sent 30 feet, and hit his head on a telephone pole. Okay, fair enough. The telephone pole kind of clenches it, because that's metal too. You know what? No. I don't think my client did anything. Your Honor, the defense asserts once more that the defendant, Espella Cantabella, is innocent. What? This is foolishness! But I'm Phoenix Wright. I can do whatever I want. Just who do you think you are, anyway? Waltzing in here with your ridiculous assumptions. Balderdash, I say. That's not how it's supposed to be. What did you just say? Not how it was supposed to be?
In light of this new development, the court's opinion is that the defendant is in no way clear to suspicion. However, the witness's testimony has been proven unreliable.
That's more like it. Looks like I'm starting to win over the judge.
Objection!
Don't forget that the defendant admits all charges. Surely her guilt is beyond doubt.
Objection!
The defendant is just a schoolgirl. You can't go on her confession alone. So far, we have established only one thing. That Mr. Smiles is neither an expert nor even a reliable witness. Oh dear, that's gonna get him fired up.
Hold it!
Duh. In my long 6-month career as a security guard, 6 month, Jesus, never have my professionalism and expertise been questioned. Isn't 6 months barely past the probation period? You're saying Goldilocks there is innocent. In other words, that she didn't assault anyone. And that she didn't steal this toy. Isn't that so, Mr. Lawyer? Yes, at least we have yet to see any proof that she tried to steal it. I got you there. Huh? What got me how? I have a decisive piece of evidence. The proof that that girl was trying to kidnap PC Badger. What? You do? Even Flinch is shocked. When I seized that girl at the crime scene, she was clasping this in her hand. She didn't even seem to notice. And what would that be? It would appear to be PC Badger's tag, Your Honor. Now that you mention it, this mascot does have some sort of ill-fitting tag attached. What's this engraved on the tag? Is that an address? Oh, you mean there's an address written on there? It would appear to be Scotland Yard's and their telephone number. It is Scotland Yard's mascot, after all. And this tag, it's been ripped from the PC Badger's toy. Yes, sir. The suspect was caught in the act of nicking this very toy. The tag was ripped off during the fight. What? This tag is... What we have here is the decisive evidence that she was trying to steal the cargo. No way! I wasn't expecting evidence like that. Well, I mean, we basically exonerated her from one piece of incriminating evidence. So, I mean, assault is a lot less as bad. I mean, yeah, now she's not going to be held against that. Oh. I disconnected from the YouTube chat for a second. Am I still connected on all the other ones? That's confusing. Witness, I was never informed of such evidence! If you had this in your possession, why didn't you hand it to the police? I am. Go on. Sorry, Mr. Prosecutor, I am an expert at what I do. And my expert advice to myself was that I'd better keep this as my secret weapon. Pretty sure that's an illegal thing to do in court. So I waited for the right moment to single-handedly settle the trial. Looks like Flinch and I are both in uncharted waters now. This tag is vital evidence. It will be added to the court record. Interesting. Let me look at it real quick. Tag from the PC Badger. Espella was clasping it in her hand when seized by Smile. And then it's just the address. Okay, nothing weird about it. Gotcha. Well, not so. Defense. Mr. Wright, was it? Yes, Prosecutor Flinch. Your appearance in this court was a very hastily decided affair. That's true. That call from the Attorneys Association came out of nowhere. Perhaps in all the confusion, the request from your client escaped your attention. Were you not instructed to accept the sentence proposed by the prosecution? Who's setting up who? Come to think of it, Miss Darklaw did say something about that before the trial. She's pleading guilty, so there's not much you need to do. I suggest you accept this punishment proposed by the prosecution. That's what you were asked to do. You have convinced us all of your skill, so your good name will not suffer. Why not simply admit the defendant is guilty and call it a day, Again, what are you trying to pull?
What do you say to that, Mr. Wright? Depending on your stance on this matter, the court may now pass the verdict.
My stance? That's something I don't need to think twice about. The defense requests that the trial continue. What? The defense stands by its assertion that Espella Cantabella is not guilty. Very well, Mr. Wright. If that's your desire, then I, too, have a request to make. Your Honor.
Yes, Prosecutor Flinch.
The prosecution calls its second witness. Oh, is it the woman that was hit? Maybe?
Hey, wait a second. What about me?
Come on, guys. Don't forget about Johnny. Let's start over from the top. No detail omitted. I suggest you leave the witness stand and go back to witnessing your crimes on television.
Yes. Yes, sir!
Shouldn't there be a dot after Mr. and Mrs.? Didn't pay any attention to that, actually.
I believe a break is in order. The court will now adjourn for a 15-minute break. Mr. Flinch, prepare your witness. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor. The defense has no objections. Looks like Flinch finally got serious about this case. And that means the real game starts now. To be continued. And it is 9:27 at the moment. I wonder where this leaves us. I wonder if we're going to be flopping back to, Layton and the crew. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, alright, I will save. Screw it here. I have no idea. I have no particular reason to go backwards, but I think I'm going to call this a stream for tonight, just because it's been going a while, and I haven't had dinner yet. So I need to go and take care of that. Let me tell you, it is actually really exciting and cool to be playing a 3DS Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton type of game. It's refreshing. I've been playing a whole bunch of the DS ones for a while, and also, it's also refreshing to, I mean, as free as it felt to be walking around the crime scene and investigations, there is something very familiar and kind of exciting about just jumping back into this sort of a setup. And like I said, it looks a heck of a lot like the game is going to be split up between more of the gameplay type of style of Professor Layton happening over on one side, and then the court stuff over with the Ace Attorney stuff. The stuff that I'm very much acquainted with. So I'm thankful for that. This has been fun so far, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the story. But what's interesting is that it's said that this is the prologue. I just wonder how many parts are left after this. Just, whatever. But anyways, that'll do it. So, thanks for popping into the chat room, anybody who popped in and watched for a little while. I appreciate it a lot. If you want to take a look at this after it's done, I'm going to be taking it and I'm going to be uploading it to the YouTube channel after doing some cosmetic edits. I'll probably edit down that first puzzle. Whoopsie daisies. I don't know, I'm kind of shit when it comes to those, like, pipe lead puzzles. I hope not many of those show up anytime soon. But anyway, I stream on Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays, all of them starting at around 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Some other stuff that I am doing. Well, I've been playing Hat in Time mods, and if you missed it, I did a Hat in Time special where I was actually a part of one of those mods. Again, LC, aka LCL, asked me to do some voices for the conductor for one of the mods, and I guess I want to thank again. Like, that was really fun, and I really enjoyed it. So if you're at all curious about that at all, I'm going to be uploading that as soon as I'm done editing down that video, which there's a lot of stuff, and I definitely need to edit it thanks to the fact that King Crimson music is on it, and Content ID is going to flag the hell out of it. Some other stuff. I'm thinking about playing PC Building Simulator again tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. I think I'm going to play by ear on that one. I don't know. There's something very, very addicting about it for me. I don't know. I've got some other stuff that on the dock that I wanted to check out as well. For the longest time, I've wanted to check out the update to Enter the Gungeon, but I haven't. Also, I feel like I'm missing another thing. Oh, I suppose since I talked about A Hat in Time, that the Hat in Time DLC is going to be coming up very, very soon. And I'm probably going to be doing that the Sunday after this next one. Just because it lands on a Thursday. God, I wish it was landing on a Wednesday. But it looks exciting, it looks fun, and it's an entire new chapter of the game. As well as it also adds the boss rush type of stuff. I think it's boss rush? I'm not sure. It looks very in-depth. I'm looking forward to seeing just all the new stuff, the new cute. Okay, I've been talking a mile a minute. I think I'm going to head off. Again, thanks for coming out. See you next time.